Welcome to Pirkei Avos with Rabeinu Yonah. We are on Mishnah 9 in chapter 3. 3:9. Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa Omer. Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa says, Kol shiras cheto kodem lechachmaso, chachmaso miskayemes. Whoever's fear of sin precedes his wisdom will endure. V'chol shechachmaso kodemes liyiras cheto. Whoever's wisdom precedes his fear of sin, ein chachmaso miskayemes. His wisdom will not endure. Hu haya omer. He used to say, Kol shema'asav merubim mechachmaso, chachmaso miskayemes. Whoever's actions, his good deeds, are more than his wisdom will endure. And whoever's wisdom is more than his deeds, ein chachmaso miskayemes. His wisdom will not endure. Okay, let's see what this means. We'll start Rabeinu Yonah. Le'inyin ha'hishtadlus ne'amar adavar zeh, ki ha'mishtadl das chachma k'dei sheyeda lishmor nafsho mechet v'nachkam, chachmaso miskayemes b'yado, v'nimtza parish min haveros v'oseh mitzvos kasher lamad v'hisko. This is talking about a person's effort to become wise and to know how to guard himself from sin. We say that a fool cannot be a pious person because in order to act appropriately, a person has to know what it means to act appropriately. He has to know what the laws are so he can keep the laws. So that's what this Mishnah is talking about. Learning Torah in order to know the laws, in order to be careful not to sin. Whoever's wisdom comes before his fear of sin, his wisdom will not endure. A person who just studies, he doesn't study in order to fulfill what he does, in order to keep the mitzvahs. He just studies because he likes the intellectual exercise. So it makes sense that the wisdom won't even endure. Right? There used to be maskilim, people who rejected the Torah, these heretics, that they would study Torah on Shabbos, study the Talmud on Shabbos while they were smoking, violating the Shabbos, because they didn't learn Torah in order to fulfill it. They just learned it because it was a nice intellectually stimulating exercise. That is not the way to study Torah. And if a person studies Torah like that, the Torah study will not last. Davar achar, another interpretation, Bisman sheyiras cheto kodemus lechachmaso nimtza kishehu lamed mazhiraso if a person already fears sin and he's careful not to sin, when he learns, the more he's going to fear sin. His heart he'll add love to his heart, and he'll desire to learn more. When a person starts, all right, I'm keeping the mitzvos that I keep, and I want to learn more about it. When the starting point is the observance of the mitzvos and the fear of sin, the more he learns, that wisdom is going to stay with him because he has a desire to learn it. He's already acting in the positive way, and his learning reinforces that positive behavior. So when it starts with the positive behavior, then he learns. Then the wisdom will stay. But when a person's wisdom precedes his fear of sin, his wisdom is not going to stop him from doing those sins that he is already doing. In the end, he's going to kick it away. He's going to be repulsed by it because it's just a burden. He doesn't have an interest. He hasn't started doing the right thing, and he's learning things that are telling him that he's doing the wrong thing. And it seems like he's not taking an action to correct his ways. So eventually, he's going to stop learning because the wisdom is going the opposite way than he is accustomed. So we see here that it's important. One thing for sure that comes out is that it's important to put into practice what we learn. And when we learn Torah, we don't just learn because it's an intellectual exercise, right? There's some people that just get an enjoyment from intellectual stimulation. So Torah is intellectually stimulating, but that's not the reason we study it. We study it because we want to fulfill the will of Hashem. And he says when a person is already starting to act the appropriate way, and he continues to learn Torah, that Torah will just propel him more and more to act more and more appropriately. We also see, though, that there's stories that Torah, just studying Torah will return a person to the right path also. Perhaps it seems like this case is even when he's not acting the appropriate way yet, but I think the difference is that his mindset, he's studying Torah with an open mind. Right? If you study Torah and you have no interest in changing your behavior, you don't have an open mind, it seems like from here that the Torah is not going to help you so much. But you never know. You never know. Okay, we'll finish here for today, and next time we will talk about how a person's actions relate to his wisdom. Okay, have a great day and a happy Hanukkah.